This is for those of us who are struggling spiritually, above and beyond the exponentially expanding densification of the EMF on the planet, the radiation. We're all just sort of slowly being microwaved to death. It's a slow cook, and it's affecting all of us, whether or not you feel it or not, whether or not you're sensitive to it or not, you're feeling it. And I don't know, how am I a targeted person? I don't know. I was raised in Silicon Valley, tested for gate. My parents didn't let me join it, thank God. Dad is a fundamentalist preacher, and had some sense about some of the fuckery that was afoot. I left the church. We escaped the church. I became an atheist for a while, probably in Silicon Valley, where I worked for many years, a couple decades. I became maybe a materialist, I guess. And then through plant medicine, became acquainted with the spiritual world. I say acquainted with because it's a very real thing. It's very, very real. It's only been recently that I came into contact with... This is from a friend, a client years ago in the teens. I have not been awakened enough to be able to receive the information until now. And I have a particular friend who could be any number of people, but I'm speaking to her now and to this sort of plague that has been put upon women, actually people of the planet, who are spiritually minded, want to go back to a place of worship and try to find guidance, and are finding nothing but that male distortion that has, for thousands and thousands of years, been creating chaos and havoc on the planet. And so I want to talk about, I'm just going to read this. It's the mysteries of the moon. Our Lady taught and initiated many women disciples, and among the women there were many who grew wise. She taught us all aspects of the gospel, just as the Lord taught the gospel, but she also taught all the mysteries of the gospel in womanhood. At the heart of her teachings of the gospel in womanhood were the mysteries of the cycle of the moon known to women. When the cycle of the moon comes full circle within a woman, there is a great power in her, and she becomes more sensitive to the subtle air and the spiritual world. Thus, Lady Mary taught the way of the spiritual retreat and vision quest to women of the circle, following the cycles of the moon in their own bodies. She also taught them ways of prophecy and wonder working, as was once known to the prophetess Miriam. I think that's going to be a nice deep dive. When the women would retreat in this way, it was for the sake of the tikkun, Tikkune, and the note is the healing or mending of the world, the tikkun of the world, and restoration of true womanhood. Now, these mysteries cannot be spoken openly, only in circle, yet we can say that she taught women how to chant mothers' names, the mother's names, the mother's names, how to sing heart songs, how to celebrate in the mother spirit, and how to bring tikkun to the world of angels and the world of light emanations, as well as to this good earth and the human spirit. So light emanations, Dana Kippel, plasma, the world of angels. Men and women alike received teachings and initiations from Yeshua and Mary, and no difference was made among them in the first circle. The first circle is the circle of disciples that followed Yeshua and Mary. Women were considered clean and holy in their womanhood. This is something that we really, really, really need to really grok. We really need to understand that. We need to eat that truth. Women were considered clean and holy in their womanhood, and the taint of false doctrines inspired by the demiurge was purified, and that is the distortion of men through religion, through the one who claimed to be Yahweh, not Yahweh, but the one who claimed to be Yahweh in the Old Testament, with the first 5 books of the Christian Bible, which are also shared by the Hebrew tradition. Here we can mention the sayings of the Lord when he gave his heart advice to the holy bride. First he said to her, "Seek to know nothing, and seek to understand nothing. Do not seek to be anybody. In this way you will acquire the perfection of wisdom." Then he said to her, "The divine illumination of the anointed is the same for men and women alike, and both men and women can equally attain it. Yet, when the light presence is embodied in a woman, this is a greater power for the good than the man who embodies it. So it shall be in the second coming, which is now. The great matrix of the supernal light presence shall manifest through true womanhood. This is the hope of the second coming among Sophians." So there's a little bit of this beautiful, beautiful book, and you can learn more by Googling it, and or stick it into your ChatGPT and learn a little bit more about this amazing teaching.